Hey boo hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be checking out the Thread Cosmetics Face It Complexion Stick foundation review, wear test. I've got a pretty busy day and it's supposed to be hot here in Iowa today, so figured this would be a good day to put this to the test, so let's get right into it. So again, if you're new here, my name is Kritisha Marie. I am a Midwest plus size beauty, fashion, fun, lifestyle content creator here on YouTube. I do upload about once a week or so be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you are alerted whenever I do upload a video. So I went to St. Louis about a month ago or so and picked this up inside of the Target. We don't have it here in my locations, which is quite frustrating, but it is what it is. So I figured I would pick it up and I would give it a try and see how it wears. We're going to do a wear test. We're going to be outside, all of those things. So I picked up the shade 120 medium warm red. I kind of go more neutral, so I was a little nervous about this. Now I'm going in with the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer. They don't make this anymore, which is kind of saddening because I did really like this. I also have a just most disrespectful thing happening down here. So I do have a pimple patch on. So if you do see that, that's, you know, what that is. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this on. Now, per the website, it says bring on customizable gag-worthy coverage with Face It, a 3-in-1 weightless cream complexion stick. Each stroke delivers long-wearing buildable coverage to be used as foundation, concealer, contour, and/or cream bronzer. Packaged in a retractable component for fast and easy application on the go. It's vegan and cruelty-free, formulated with coconut oil. I don't typically like oils, so that may not be a good thing for my oily skin. Available in 24 shades. Also available online and in-store at Target. Again, not in any of my Targets, but yeah. So it doesn't seem to be too bad of a match. It is red. Like, I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but it is a little bit red. I do have a clean brush, which is typically how I put on foundations. So let's see how this blends out. So it blends out well, better with the buffing motion than like a stippling motion. It is darker than my skin tone, so I did bring it down a little bit just to kind of like blend it in. It definitely has a red undertone with it. So I brought you guys in just a little bit closer so you can kind of see the coverage. I would say it's light medium, like it's right in that spot. You know, like you can still see blemishes coming through, but not as many blemishes coming through. Some of it I think is the shade though. Like you can still see the darkness around my mouth. You can still see the darkness in the eye area. So yeah, I would say that this is more almost light coverage than like medium coverage. It does say that it's buildable, so I'm going to put a little bit more in the spots where I do want to build it up some. All right, so here it is. Nothing on this side, almost 2 layers. This is about more so the coverage that I like. Like, I can still see some of my skin coming through, but it's not horrible. Like, it did cover up the dark spot around my lip. It did cover up more this dark spot that I have here. But I am starting to kind of feel it on my skin, and that's a feeling that I don't like within the first couple of minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I'm going to continue to use a brush because I think a sponge is not going to work because, like I said, it does do better buffing it than it does stippling, and I don't think that the sponge is going to be able to do too much of that buffing motion. So now I am going to take the sponge and kind of blend it here just so that there's not so much of that like line, because like I said, it is darker than my skin tone. So yeah, you can tell that it's, you know, chest wise, face wise, that it is darker. So yeah, let me take some of the sponge and at least try to like blend it down maybe a little bit more or something. All right, so we've got about a coat and a half on the face. I would say that this is definitely a more richer, thicker type of product. This is my first foundation stick that I've used. so I'm not quite sure exactly what to expect. I do feel it on my face. It's not heavy, but I do feel it, and that may, you know, get worse throughout the day, so we're gonna wear it and kind of see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my face, and I'll come back and let you know how everything spread out, blended, all of those things on top of it. Everything blended out really well. I didn't have any issues with my cream blush or the concealer or anything like that. I can feel it on my face though. Like, it's not heavy. Like, I'm not at the point where I'm like, I need to wash this off immediately, but I do notice that I have things on my face. You know what I mean? So there is definitely that to keep in mind. The shade did blend out really well down to my neck, so I don't feel like there's a huge line of demarcation where you can see the difference. I did more of like a reverse contouring, bronzing kind of thing, instead of going in with like more bronzer, which would be typically red toned in my type of complexion. I didn't do any of that. I just went in with the lighter concealer underneath my eyes, on my chin, and then of course like the reverse contouring kind of thing with a lighter powder. So that's what that is. I didn't add any bronzer, I didn't add any contour, none of those kind of things. Just kept it really simple today, and didn't want to do, you know, too much because I want the foundation to be the star. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wear this throughout the day. I'll do a few check-ins and come to you later tonight. When I put the foundation on, it was about 10:15 or so. So we'll get a really good wear because I do have to work tonight as well. So we'll get a good test out of this for sure. It is already a little glowy, which makes me nervous because I have oily skin. So when my oils come through, I'm hoping that this is not a whole hot mess, but we shall see. Hey guys, so I'm just getting back from running some errands. We're in the car, but I thought that since I was outside that I would do a quick check-in. It's about 1:45. I had this on since about 10:15 or so, and this is what we're looking like. It is quite glowy, as you can tell. Like, the sun is beaming off of my forehead, off of my nose, and yeah, it's looking quite shiny already, which I kind of figured would happen because it started off really glowy. It doesn't say anything about oil controlling or shine proof or any of that, so it's probably going to get worse. I can feel it on my face, which I don't like that feeling whatsoever. So we're gonna keep trucking along, and I will do a check-in in a few more hours. Alright, so it is just after 5, and this is what we're looking like. I have not blotted. Typically, my makeup will look similar to this. I feel like it is just a little bit more oily than usual. But yeah, I don't think that it's doing too bad. It, again, doesn't mention anything about it being transfer proof or resistant or helping with oils or, you know, control those or anything like that. I do still feel it on my face, not as heavy as I did before. Like, it feels like I'm like getting used to it. I am going to blot and see how it looks. My concealer does look to be creasing underneath my eyes. That's also normal. Like, that's just what happens because I have fine lines. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some tissue paper, and I'm going to blot half of my face so that we can see if it will look any better. I do still have about 5 hours or so wear that I will need to do, but yeah, we're gonna take a look and see how this works. So I grabbed just some tissue paper, and I'm just gonna press that in on this side, kind of see how that looks. So that's what we're looking like. It does look better, I think. So I think I'll be able to get another 5 hours out of it. This side definitely looks more oily than that side does. And my nose. Again, a lot of it is coming off, like, doesn't state anything about being transfer proof, resistant, any of that stuff. I don't feel like it looks as dark as it initially did when I put it on, which is really nice because that I was concerned about, especially since I now need to go to job number 2. So there is that after we've blotted. Again, I've had it on since about 11:15, nope, 10:15-ish this morning. So we're doing pretty good. And that's it. So I will check in with you later. All right, boo, it is the end of the night. It is almost at 9:45, and we have had this foundation on since 10:15 this morning, I believe, and this is what we're looking like. I'm in the bathroom getting ready to hop in the shower, take off this makeup. I went back and looked at a couple of my other clips, and you could actually see a lot of texture on my forehead. And so, yeah, definitely has the texture quality, just emphasizes it a lot more. I don't notice it now, but yeah, it did definitely do that earlier. I have blotted, as you saw earlier, and this is what we're looking like at the end of the night with a blot. It doesn't look horrible. I don't know that it's like my favorite foundation. I don't feel it on my skin like I did earlier, probably because my skin has gotten used to it at this point. But yeah, this is what we're looking like. It's still, you know, oily. My oils have come through. Oop. Oils have definitely come through on my skin. Yeah, pores are still visible. Bring you in a little bit here. Definitely see the pores. You can see the texture. I mean, it looks okay. I'm gonna keep testing this out and wearing it, but at this point, I don't know that this is one that I would recommend getting. So yeah, again, I'm gonna keep testing it out, see how I feel about it, and then I will come with an updates video. So be sure to subscribe, like, and also hit the notification bell so that when I do upload that video, you don't miss out on my final thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you think about it, if this is something that you'll be purchasing or not. And yeah, we're gonna call it a night. I love you guys. May God continue to bless you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.